What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of the Just Saying podcast with Justin Martindale. I am Justin Martindale, and today I am with a very funny, talented comedian. We just performed together this past weekend at Largo, and we will talk about that. It's the one, the only, Beth Stelling.
Hello.
Welcome.
So good to be here.
I know you actually. Let's see. We did a show last Saturday at Largo with Melissa Villaseñor. Which was way fun.
It was really fun. Killed it.
I've never done Largo before.
Oh, you killed it.
Thank you. I felt very artisanal.
Yes, the rug. And
it was
piano.
just like, this is my jam. Like, everyone was from LA.
It is my favorite place to perform.
It was just, and everyone was just there to have fun.
That's the key. Sometimes, like, I feel like opening sets with like, can you uncross your arms? Are you here to have fun, or are you here to be like, I could do that?
Yeah.
I just need an attitude shift of silliness, please.
It was just, and it was wonderful. It was sold out, and it was just a great lineup. It was you and me, Melissa, Fahim, Brett Goldstein.
Yes, of Ted Lasso
Of Ted
fame.
Lasso. Who else was on it?
Lou,
I haven't met her yet.
Yeah,
that
Lou
was the
Sanders,
first time I met her. Yeah,
UK comic visiting town.
Yeah. It was just a really cool group, and I love that space. And it was just like a KCRW listening, just crowd. I got off the stage and was like, my soul is replenished.
Yes.
And you had just like literally gotten off an airplane. Yeah. What happened? Where were you? You were in Michigan?
I did Treetown Comedy Festival in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Oh.
And I had a show on Friday. And as I was coming into town I came from Dayton, Ohio, which is where my mom lives. So I was driving from Dayton to Ann Arbor, and you could just the weather shifted from rain to sleet to snow, and then I thankfully rented a Tacoma truck, so I survived. I tried to switch lanes once, and I started sliding out. I was like, nope, we're gonna keep following this Subaru at 40 miles an hour until we get to Ann Arbor.
Because you know who's in that Subaru? A lesbian, and she's like, follow me. I will lead you out of this fucking wilderness.
Exactly.
God.
So I made it, but then of course when I arrived, tons of snow piling up, and we got a notification on our phones that was basically telling everyone to stay inside. And then Treetown posted like, show's still on.
Oh, were there people there?
People came.
Oh, that's good.
People came. They risked their lives. I even sold some merch. I sold it at a lower price because I felt bad.
The snowplow special.
The snowplow special. But yes, so it ended up being very fun. And then by the time I had an afternoon flight out of Detroit, and it had melted by the next day.
Wow.
So I was able to make it home, landed in the evening, and then came to Largo.
Yeah, Beth literally was just like, I'm on my way. The plane's landing. I'm coming. I was like, I don't know if she's good. And then door opens. She's like, I'm here. Let's go. Oh, God, I wish I would. I'm such like a little planner when it comes to that. Like, it's like if I have to be somewhere one day, it's like, can I just arrive like the day before? And like, no, you can't.
I mean, that is nice though. Some clubs do that.
Yeah.
Ask you to come in the day before.
I'm going to New York next Monday, and I'm flying out like that Sunday, doing the gig Monday and flying out that night. And I'm just like, can I just like...
You're going to fly out right after the gig?
Yeah.
How come?
Because I only have one room night.
Okay, I get it.
Just like we're only paying for one night.
I get
it.
Shit. I know when that happens, yes.
But then I have to go back on the 20th because I'm going to be performing at the Bell House in Brooklyn on the 22nd. Get your tickets now.
And what's that show?
It's just me doing a show there.
Okay, great.
I'm going to go see Jinx Monsoon in Chicago
Awesome.
On Broadway, which I'm totally stoked for. And they just kind of have like a little, I think I might do the stand there while I'm there. Just do a little like spring break in New York City.
So the Bell House on March
22nd.
22nd. Okay, great.
Go, please, God.
Do you have other comics that you're going to have open?
Have a what?
Do you have openers?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I mean, if you want
now.
If you want to submit, yes, please. It's so new because I'm like, I haven't like gone to New York and really done shows.
Yeah.
Never done the Cellar.
After the pandemonium, I felt like too, it had been years since I'd been in New York.
Yeah.
I did New York Comedy Fest in the fall, And I truly think it had been maybe 3 years or something, or maybe more since I'd been to New York City.
Yeah.
Which seems so wild to think about.
I know.
Maybe I'm wrong. I think maybe I'm realizing I did Sam J's show Pause, but okay. But that was like a one night in and out thing.
Like New York just seems like so far ahead of everything, you know? You're just like, or like some distant
They're in front
land.
of the ship and we're in the back.
Yeah, you're just like, wait, what's going on 3 hours ahead from now? Yeah. Oh, well, I'm glad
I'm excited
here.
for you. Have you done Bell House before?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
But I love it.
That's where I was for New York Comedy Fest.
It looks really fun. I'm really excited. And
It's one of those high stages, I will say.
That's what I've been told. It's a very high stage.
Still
you have
fun.
to like look down.
Yeah.
And kind of.
It's our best angle.
Yeah. Yeah. Just. Hey guys.
Hey.
Well, I'm glad you're here. We have a lot of stories to get into.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Yes, we have a lot of drama happening as well in pop culture. Are you familiar? What are you familiar with right now as far as like the pop culture gossip nonsense going on right now?
Well, I am unfamiliar.
Okay, perfect.
I come to you for all my pop culture nonsense.
Good. We're going to get into it. Starting first with yesterday night, Brad Williams rented a theater in North Hollywood for some of his friends to come and watch Cocaine Bear.
Okay.
Or if you're fancy, Cocaine Bear. And I had no intention of wanting to see this movie. It just because it's weird because I shot a pilot like maybe in like December of 21 with Elizabeth Banks. And I was interviewing her because it was like a host for this game show that clearly did not get picked up. And
it's still waiting.
Yeah, still waiting, guys. All the execs loved it, however, but no. And I remember Elizabeth Banks being on the panel, and I was like, "Oh, you've seen her from Pitch Perfect and The Hunger Games. She's also, I think she was executive producer for this new film coming out soon called Cocaine Bear." And I was like, what is that about? And she's like, it's a bear on cocaine. And I thought it was like some Spirit Award independent film, like just trying to be edgy with its title. A
bear going through some sort of drug journey.
Well, that's what the movie is. I thought it was like, like the hustles of New York or like, some like mafia ring in Jersey in the 60s or something. No, it's about a bear getting into some cocaine in the park.
It went through a divorce. It started doing cocaine. It's on a rampage.
That's exactly what it is. And we're watching this film and I was like, wow, this bear, if you haven't seen it.
Do we need to?
It's going to get a lot of spinoffs.
Meaning like.
Oh, yeah.
Heroin bear or.
Well, no, they just picked up Meth Gator.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so if you're in Florida, get ready because the Meth Gator's coming for you. Which only tracks. And this bear like gets into a stash of cocaine that's fallen out of the sky from a drug deal gone wrong. And it starts like sniffing all the cocaine. And it's weird because there's these kids that skip school and they go into the woods and they find one of the bricks of cocaine. And so they're like, have you ever done cocaine? And they're like, yeah, I've done it all the time. And they like open it up and these kids like shovel.
No.
Like a knife, like a ridiculous like bump. I mean, it's not even a bump. It's like a boom. And they eat it because they don't know that you're like supposed to sniff it. And they're like, oh, that's weird. So these kids are like on cocaine. They're like 9. And I'm like, this is a problem.
Oh, no.
And then the bear like is attracted to the smell of cocaine, much like Winnie the Pooh is attracted to honey. Mm-hmm. So it's like you get a smell of something. The bear like is like, oh, more cocaine. This bear does so much cocaine throughout the movie. You're like, how is it still alive?
Right. Well, I guess it's body mass.
I guess
it can really handle its coke.
But like seriously, it was so much that, and it's just gory. Like it's just one of those movies where. Someone's arm gets snapped off. Fingers. So
it does a lot of killing.
A lot of killing, a lot of gore.
The bear lies to his wife, cheats on her, does a bunch of coke.
Well,
leaves.
Spoiler alert.
Okay, spoiler.
This bear is a lady bear. And you find out that she has 2 cubs. and the cubs are doing the cocaine as well.
Oh, it's a family affair. Who else can say they did coke with their mom, you know?
So then I started thinking, like, who doesn't want to do coke with their mom?
Exactly.
There's probably people out there who do coke with their parents.
The mama bear is like, if you guys are going to do coke, you're going to do it with me.
Guys, get in here. I'm checking the coke for fentanyl. Can you bring the strips, honey? We just check our drugs for drugs in this household, okay?
It will be in my den.
God. And we left going, what did we see? And of course it was like, oh God, what's his name? I'm forgetting his name. From Goodfellas, who just passed away.
Wait,
Close,
Ray
yes.
Liotta's dead?
Yeah, Ray Liotta died. Yeah.
When?
Did you not know that?
I'm telling you, I get my pop culture just from this podcast.
Ray Liotta, it's like in loving memory of Ray Liotta.
Wow.
And I'm like, wow, that's his like last movie is Cocaine Bear. Good for him.
Also his nickname.
Just a mess. And I started thinking, I was like, what other animals do we need? Like, I think we're getting meth gator. And then I was thinking about like, well, what if we had like weed bear? And then I said, we already had weed bear.
Yeah.
Yogi.
Yeah, that's true.
My picnic baskets. He's always going after picnic baskets because he's got the munchies.
Scooby seems like a pothead.
Speed cheetah.
Oh, even faster than ever.
Yeah, you could have, what's another one?
Adderall squirrel.
Adderall squirrel's
Like
good.
a squirrel could get in the backpack and maybe get on some
Go to town.
Ritalin or Adderall.
He's just a really good
They have little
studier.
hands, they can open it.
You could do Xanax shark, which could be kind of cool. Or no, Xanax manatee. I think that could be a good one.
Those would just be a log.
They might as well.
They're already so calm.
They're already probably on Xanax. If they're in Florida.
Exactly. They're on that and just floating through tampon water. I'm sorry.
Not tampon water.
And condoms, whatever people flush.
Whatever people. Well, you're not supposed to flush tampons.
I agree with you completely.
Why
but
am I
people
telling
are
you this?
doing that, and that's what they're floating in.
I always wonder about that because whenever I go to like a public toilet, they're like, "Hey,
Definitely don't flush.
please don't flush your tampons." And I'm like, "Oh, there's people who do that."
Oh yeah.
And if you ever go to IKEA, the like showrooms, and you'll have a bathroom. There's like a fake toilet. They're like, "Please don't really use this toilet because someone has."
If it's a kid, I understand. I would do that on a dare as a child.
Oh, okay, go
Probably.
pee in the showroom toilet. God.
Okay.
But it all worked out perfectly because there were so many stories this week about bears. Now, this first bear story is from CNN Travel,
Wow.
which I did not know was a thing. And it says, do not push a slower friend down if you encounter a bear, the National Park Service warns. And I had to read more of this story, and I was
please
like,
tell me.
what? So it says the agency used the lighthearted joke as a segue into some serious bear safety tips. Okay, well, I don't think that was funny.
No, it should just be careful who you camp with.
It says seeing a bear in the wild is a special treat for any visitor to a national park, unless they're on cocaine. While it is an exciting moment, it is important to remember that bears in national parks are wild and can be dangerous. Bears of different species make their homes in various habitats across the U.S. Brown or grizzly are found in Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, and Washington, while bears can be found throughout most of the Northeast, the Appalachian Mountains, and the West Coast, in addition to portions of the South and Midwest. Thanks. The service points out that as spring approaches, bears will become more active. On their website, the National Park Service advises visitors who encounter a bear to keep their distance and do not surprise the bear if it has noticed you yet. If the bear notices you, you should identify yourself as a human.
By standing still.
By standing still, talking calmly, but yet waving your arms. Hikers should also travel in groups if possible.
So it has less of a chance of getting you and one of your friends that you have pushed
So
down.
pretty much you have to stop,
Oh my gosh.
say, hey, bear, I'm a human.
Hi, I'm a human. I do have fingers,
I see you.
not claws.
One user on Twitter said, asked what they should do if they consider me a friend, but I consider them an acquaintance. Okay, first of all,
What?
yeah, don't ask questions on Twitter.
Is this a bit?
Friend-
If they consider me a friend, but I just consider them an acquaintance.
No. This is a apex predator and it will kill you. And the response was, friendships are special, but they don't happen by chance. It takes effort and trust to build a lasting friendship. Good luck.
Yeah, I mean, that's how the article ends? Is this a random advice on friendship, or was it talking about being friends with a wild animal?
Yeah, if you see a bear, you go the other way.
They might as well have been like, what do I do if my mom doesn't hug me? It's like, what? Why are you in this thread?
Yeah. If your mom doesn't hug you, stand, wave your hands, identify yourself.
I'm your son.
I'm your child. And then just leave. I mean, that was just weird. I also love, like, please don't push your friend if you're being chased by a bear. No, you know what you're going to do? Push your friend if you're being chased by a bear.
Appetizer.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. You're vegan. It's your fault. You know.
I wonder what I would do. I think I would freeze and slowly back away.
I feel like I've always wanted to be tested to play dead to see if I could.
Yeah. And then it would nuzzle you maybe?
Yeah, like if, like just that, like, you know, like in Sigourney, like in Alien, when Sigourney Weaver, like the alien's like coming closer and she's just like, I'm wondering if I could do that.
Right.
And just, yeah.
My heart would be pounding. I know that.
For sure.
I'm just really wondering what I would do.
Just like if a bear, like, okay, so
I've been walking in Griffith and two coyotes came across. I was with my mom. She's just visiting, so she was scared. She put her arm in mine.
Scared about the coyotes?
Yeah, and she put her arm in mine and was like, because they did look like full-blown wolves. You know, it wasn't just like, oh, this is a little dog. So she did grab my arm and I was like, it's okay. And when someone else is more scared than you, it always makes me more brave and calmer.
Were they coming towards you, or
they were in the path? And I said, just wait. Because I mean, I just like, let's just be still.
Yeah.
And then they did move on, and we kept going. But I have a story of a friend who got chased by coyotes.
Tell it.
Well, I mean, I sounded like I was queuing it up, like it was going to be great.
I'm like, I love a good
but I just
coyote
mean, like,
chase.
It could happen. Essentially, he was. I'm not going to tell
Was he a roadrunner? Did he identify as a roadrunner?
No.
Okay.
He was on a date, and they took a picnic basket up to Griffith past the time. It says it's closed at dusk.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be up there
for a reason.
Yeah.
And on their way back down, they started kind of following them close.
Oh.
And then they got real close and started nipping at their ankles.
Like a pack of them?
I think there were, I don't want to exaggerate.
Yeah.
I know it was at least 2. I'm going to guess 2 to 3, maybe more. And he was like, we got to run. And they sprinted away. Like they started, dropping everything they had and sprinting from these coyotes all the way down. And I forget, I don't want to exaggerate this because I hope I'm not making it part of the story. But I'm pretty sure he shit his pants and she barfed.
There it is. There it is.
I know she barfed, and I think he shit a little.
She barfed, he shit because the coyotes were chasing them.
Like they really thought we might die.
Yeah.
They could totally like bite your legs and bite your neck. And
they might have rabies.
Yeah.
Who knows?
So they ran.
Was there a second date?
There was.
Good for them.
Because they had that trauma bond.
Yeah.
And then he said he didn't really go anywhere from there. But they were like
trauma bond.
They went on a second date.
So how did you guys meet? Really? Do you really want to know?
We were attacked by coyotes. I know.
mean, that's scary.
Yeah.
That's truly scary. And I'm always fascinated by people who, I always have that like 1 or 2 Instagram friends, well, like friends in real life, but like they're always on a hike and they're like, hey guys, how are you? And they're like recording coyotes just staring at them. They're like, my little friends came out to say hi this morning. I'm like, get out of there.
Yeah, 100%.
God.
They're still, like the article says, they're still wild. Another time, the only encounter, thankfully, that I've had that was a little scary was walking down Griffith again. I was closer to the outside of the path, and there was one woman behind me, and a snake went like that and like popped its head up like this. And I go, whoa. And then I looked back and she was kind of like, running away from it too. And I go, holy crap.
Like it lunged at you?
It went up like this. So it was here's just Griffith Park.
It sounds like a cobra.
Whoop, like that.
Ooh.
And I was like, oh my gosh. And I turned back to her and she goes, they were here first.
That is a hiker. That is a
Which
hiker.
I love.
Yeah.
I used to have a shirt in 3rd grade that I got from like the World Wildlife Foundation that had like all the animals on top
With
of
the
the
green
earth.
box with the cards? Did you have that one?
It was like
No?
earth and then all the animals on top of it, and it said they were here first.
With like a koala and like a blue whale.
It had all of them.
All of them. God.
But I love that she said that because it's like, yeah, we're in their house.
Oh yeah. You know, one of my favorite Instagram accounts to follow is Nature's Metal.
Ooh, I don't know it.
So bonkers. It's just like, it's like people recording, like, you know, they'll get them from like Ring cams, like people recording safaris and shit, and just like, I mean, some of it can be a little gruesome, but it's like, they were here first.
I was gonna say on our last one there was a video of something. We've clicked out of it already, but did you see the video
Of what?
the bear attack?
Oh, with the
It said like hiker attacks bears.
yeah.
Was it brutal?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to stick around to find out, but I'm just going to assume. I remember I was in Lake Tahoe once, and I was in my car and going over to, there was like some like dinner or something that night. And I remember parking, and I remember looking over and being like, what is that in the middle of the road? And it was a gigantic bear. And I was like,
my
oh
gosh.
God. And I was like, well, what do I do? And I'll tell you what I did. I sat in the car and waited. Was I late? Yes. But I was not about to be like, go on, get. Like, I'm not, no.
I'm Justin.
Yeah.
I'm a human. I'd like to go to this party.
It's kind of, yeah. It's like, it's what you would say, like, oh, when aliens land, fingers crossed, you know, they're going to come out of their space and be like, hello, we are people. You know, you're not going to do that.
No.
Unless you're this family.
Oh, gosh.
This family, keeping along the tradition of bears, this came out this week. A family raised a 250-pound animal for 2 years, thinking it was a dog, but it turned out to be a bear.
How?
Well, it starts out in rural China. This family adopted a dog that they thought was a puppy, discovered 2 years later that it was a bear. Su Yun, who lives outside of Kunming, oh God, I'm going to botch the shit out of this. Kunming in Yunnan province is said to have bought a puppy on vacation in 2016 that she was told was a Tibetan Mastiff. And this is a Tibetan Mastiff, very big dog, very thick coat, has a weight of 150 pounds when it's full grown.
Great head of hair.
Great
very
head of
Ozzy
hair.
Osbourne.
It's got an old Tina Turner wig on. I love it.
That's true. It's for that.
The owner was initially shocked by her dog's ravenous hunger, resulting in him devouring a box of fruits and 2 buckets of noodles daily. First of all, that's not dog food. Not dog food. After just 2 years, the dog weighed in at 250 pounds and was expanding. The woman's confusion turned to fear as she saw the animal's unusual ability to walk on its hind legs. God. The more the dog grew, the more like a bear he looked. As someone who's a little scared of bears, the owner's growing suspicions about her pet's true nature didn't sit well with her, so she called the police. They confirmed that the dog was a rare and threatened Asiatic black bear. It is estimated that a mature male Asiatic bear, sometimes called a Himalayan or moon bear, can weigh up to 400 pounds.
How much did they sell this dog to her for?
Probably, they just gave it away, probably like a mogwai, you know? Like,
Take this.
in Gremlins, they're like, take it. Don't feed it after midnight. And said he was like, you know what I'm going to do? Feed it after midnight. But here's where it gets sad. So workers who came to the woman's house to get her bear had too much fear of the wild animal getting close to it while it was awake. So they had to put it to sleep before taking it to the Yunnan Wildlife Rescue. I just read put it to sleep and I was like, no.
Oh, okay, but it's still alive.
Yes. I feel bad.
What's the Asiatic bear look like?
I don't know. Let's pull it up, shall we?
What was it called again? Oh, yeah. Asiatic black bear.
Asiatic black bear.
Because above it says black bear, so you might want to use that. Asiatic black bear. Ooh.
Oh.
Here we are.
Oh, it's that big bear. Okay. We've seen this bear. We know her.
So it literally looks like a children's drawing of a bear.
Yeah, it's like
And certainly not a dog.
Definitely not a dog at all.
It's almost like she wanted a bear, got in trouble, and was like, they told me it was a dog.
Yeah. And this is why you need to get get your resources down. I have a friend of mine who bought a dog, and it's like a mix between, I'm trying to remember it's a Pomsky. So it's a Pomeranian Husky. And it's the cutest little thing in the world.
Can we Google Pomsky?
But it's also like, should this be alive?
Is it a thing?
Is this a thing? Yeah.
Oh, I see it. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But ordered the dog from
Amazon.
From Amazon. It came from like Korea.
Really?
And the description of it was buyer beware. It's still one of my favorite stories.
How?
The cutest little dog.
It is really cute. But okay, how did it get to them? Where do they live? Where do they really get the dog?
They just ship it.
Stop.
I think they ship it.
Is that real?
Yeah, they put it in a crate and they go pick it up at LAX.
Stop.
Yeah.
Buyer beware, like it might be dead.
Well, it turned out to be a Wolverine. So he's been shredded to pieces as we speak. But oh man, I love this. So yeah, if you're gonna buy a dog, just check it out beforehand. And if you're gonna get married, this next story.
Also check it out beforehand.
Just check out what you're getting before. Yeah, it's like that Instagram thing. It's like what I saw online versus what I got in real life. Here's this story I just had to throw in because it's so weird. The headline reads, bride found groom being, wait for it, breastfed by his mother.
Mama.
Some kids do cocaine with their parents. Some still breastfeed with their parents.
Honestly, I would have rather the bears and humans switched activities.
God.
Do coke with your mom in the bathroom at your wedding and mama bear breastfeed your cubs.
Oh, yeah. Reverse them. So the bride found the groom being breastfed by his mother in the toilets on her wedding day. So
they didn't even use the koala care. Rude.
This woman is a professional wedding planner who is also the co-host of the podcast Unfiltered Bride, where she gives out advice on how to plan the perfect wedding, as well as retells shocking bridal stories. In the latest episode, Georgie...
And it happened to her or no?
I think it might just be a story, yeah. So she relayed this story of when a bride considered calling off her wedding after discovering the groom in the bathroom with his mother. So Georgie recalled a story and said she was initially told the tale by a makeup artist, we'll call her Jenny, who was working at the wedding. The podcasters gave Jenny a fake name to protect her identity. Okay, thank you. We know how fake identities work. Georgie explained that Jenny had just finished doing the bride's makeup and hair, and the bride decided to go to the bathroom. She said the bride walked into the toilet, and what she saw is enough to end a wedding. The podcast's other co-host, Beth.
Hi.
Hey, Beth. Who runs the event planning business, Etiquette Events, guess what had happened? She assumed that the groom had been cheating on the bride or had been doing drugs. You would think. Oh, no.
Just mother's milk.
Just mother's milk. One last sip. Georgie said that the actual story was much worse. He was being breastfed by his mum. So, mom, I'm thinking this is British.
Yeah, sounds a little British.
So
This is not good PR for the UK.
Yeah. So the podcasters yelled, sorry, what? Why would you marry a man who still breastfeeds? And Georgie replied, I don't think she knew that was what was happening. So despite the shocking turn of events, Georgie confirmed that the bride had indeed gone ahead.
No.
And still married the groom.
We're desperate for love. It's so upsetting. I'm sad.
I mean,
I've taken men back so many times for way worse things. But still marrying him?
I
would have demanded to try some of the milk as well.
Wait, what?
Let me also breastfeed, and then we can go through with the wedding.
But you're not supposed to see each other before the wedding.
Unless you're breastfeeding off of the same mother.
Oh, see, that's some A24 shit. That's like some...
Can you imagine? Also, this seems... What was he sucking out of the tit? There's no way it was milk. It's old. That's old milk.
But the mom could be like in her 40s. He could be like in his 20s. And I feel like don't women just lactate all the time?
Yeah, I'm currently, yes.
Really?
2 cotton balls just in there soaking it up.
Here, let me try some. Yeah. Oh my God.
I don't know.
But have you heard of like men lactating too?
Have you?
No.
Oh, okay.
That would scare me.
I mean, I have a birth control bit, and side effects of birth control are wild, and the list of them is bizarre. One of them is nipple discharge.
Wow.
So I guess it's possible.
But like, I've always thought of like something borrowed, something blue, something. What is it?
Suck on your mom's nipples.
Suck on your mom's nipples. Something. Ew. Gross. I was just shocked, and the fact that she's like, well, he's the one for me,
and she still married him. I don't know. Would you?
No, I would be. I'm from the South, so I would be very dramatic. I would like open the door, and if I saw it, I'd be like, I saw what you did. Yeah. I saw what you did. But like in front of the whole congregation.
I know what. I'm just at a loss because I'm like, if I saw that happening, it's sad. I see why she still married the person because it's like, wait. It's very shocking news in too late.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those moments of like Stanley Kubrick where you know when in The Shining when he sees that weird teddy bear guy and the guy's sitting there and they just look over. Remember like it's like a weird blowjob scene.
Okay, I forget it because I hate scary movies, so I'm just over there trying to survive it.
But I feel like it's also like a mother walking in on her son masturbating or something like that and being like,
oh God, I can't unsee this.
Oh God.
But yeah, I hope it's not real. Do you think it's real?
Oh, it has to be real. It got like hundreds of thousands of views on TikTok for sure. So,
but people are faking all kinds of stuff, like the airplane stuff.
What's the airplane stuff?
I forget what those are called. It's like a cottage industry is renting out an airplane.
Oh, for like Instagram being like, I'm jet setting. Yeah, no.
Like look at this person did it on a plane, but it was all set up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And also so many things that we see captured on TikTok or Instagram, we lose our sense of reason and deductive, or what am I trying to say? Our skepticism.
Got it.
Because you're like, oh, I'm looking at this. It's like, well, there's no way that could happen because unless that person has a GoPro on them at all times, like a body cam.
See, you know what
I mean? Like,
yes.
There's moments that happen where you go, well, how are they filming that?
Well, there's also like a stand-up comic now who's like just shooting shit in his living room and like adding laugh tracks to it. And you're like, oh God. But
I think that's the same comic who made me apologize for like forgetting to show up to his show. I think
where in his living room.
No, it was years ago. They booked me so many months in advance, and I forgot. I happened to be in Vegas for my sister's bachelorette or something, and they're like, "The show's tonight." I go, "Oh my goodness, I'm out of town," and they're like, "Well, you owe us an apology." I was like,
"Get out of here!"
Oh yeah, refund the 0 people who are coming to see me.
Yeah, thanks, but no thanks.
In West Hollywood, Bar Lubitsch.
But going back, I just feel like that story is real because I just feel like that would happen in the UK.
I'm upset.
It's just like you know what I mean? Like the UK, it's very like they're like very milky people, you know, and it's always gray there and cold.
So you need the comfort of your mother's tit in your mouth.
Yeah, it's like the Queen Mom.
God,
I feel like Prince Charles still breastfed until
I feel like I'm having trouble moving on, and I'm holding us up.
Well,
but I'm not over it. It's really like, is this real?
Well, if that was,
I'm also thinking about the mommy issues of the men I've dated, so I think that's what's also holding me up.
Yeah,
I'm picturing like how that could possibly happen.
You know what would have been amazing
just,
though?
Love their moms, even though they.
If you want to be dramatic and still marry the guy, that's when the bride walks down the aisle, looks at him, and then just like wipes the bottom of his lip. Ew. And she's like, "I am the captain now."
See, that's what I meant. Where it was like, fine, I'm sucking your tit too. That's how I would handle the situation.
Yeah.
When it happens, I'm going to also drink the mom's milk. I'm just kidding. I'm so sorry.
I'm your daughter-in-law. Give me your titty. Well, if that was a shaka, here's another shaka. Rolling Stone, I don't know if you were familiar with this. Rolling Stone recently put out a list of I think it was the 100 greatest singers of all time. We talked about it a little bit on the podcast maybe a few weeks ago. But Chaka Khan, God bless her, made the news because she just went out and just started slamming everyone. Chaka Khan. And since then, she's apologized because it kind of went all over the place. So she did an interview where she did this interview where she offered some unfiltered thoughts on Adele, Mariah Carey, I think maybe like Beyonce, like all the people who were on the list. So
Was she not on the list?
she was on the list.
Okay.
But here's where it gets kind of good.
Where was she on? Was she lower or something? Okay, sorry, you tell me.
She was a little lower than some people. So
Okay.
she did LA Magazine's The Originals podcast. She was asked about Rolling Stone's controversial ranking of the 200 greatest singers of all time. The 10-time Grammy Award winner argued that Rolling Stone's editors needed hearing aids and responded to Carey and Adele's high placements on the list with dismissive remarks. So here is the tweet that someone said. Chaka Khan ranked at 29. Aretha was at number 1, and Chaka said, as she should be. Mariah was number 5. She said payola or some shit. I don't know what that means. Beyonce was 8. She was like, she's a great singer.
Like, does she mean like she paid to be number 5?
Ooh, payola.
I don't know.
Maybe. Mary J. Blige was 22. She said, these bitches must be deaf.
Because she's 29.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like Mary J. Blige was 22. Chaka Khan was 29. So people were living. She walked back from many of her comments this past weekend. She said, recently I was asked about a list of the greatest singers of all time. And instead of questioning the need for such a list, I was pitted against the other artists and I took the bait. As artists, we are unfairly put into boxes, categories, or on lists. Being an artist or musician is not a competition. It's a gift for which I am truly grateful.
She looks great.
Bullshit.
Yeah, she was like, no, I meant that.
No, you know what? This reminds me of that video of, I think it was like Diane Sawyer interviewing Aretha Franklin. And she was like, let me know what you think of, these artists. And she's going through, I think it was like Beyonce or something. She's like, great singer. Wonderful. Adele, beautiful voice. Great person. Taylor Swift, beautiful dresses. Lovely gowns. So I think Chaka Khan was a little Chaka butthurt.
Yeah.
And I get it. I feel for her. I think I love you. But also, these lists are always so stupid. They do these lists for everything. And I guess I agree. She kind of took the bait. This isn't like the end all of who's the best singers. Do you think, who's your favorite singer? Like, if you could put like the number one singer of all time, who would you?
This is just my opportunity to hype my best friend, but Monica Martin is the greatest singer.
There you go. See?
Monica Martin.
Celine Dion was left off of this list.
I'm fine with that.
You're fine with that? Poor woman.
She's so funny in the way that she's batshit. Like, I love all the little clips that go around of her being a nutball. I think she's so silly, and that's fun.
But didn't even make the list.
I don't know. I guess she has a good voice, yes. I mean,
you guess? I guess she has a good voice.
What are some of her songs? Near, far,
Titanic.
Wherever.
It's all coming back to me now.
It's all coming back. It's all coming back.
'Cause I am your lady.
Oh, really? That's her?
'Cause I'm your lady. And you are my...
Yeah. You are my lady.
John's favorite. I'll be waiting for you. No? Andrea Bocelli, she sang with him.
Look, I didn't mean to. I'm not over here trying to cause drama about Celine.
Look, as artists, we have to build each other up. Those apologies are so lame. Here's a guy
Shock of the century
who really needs to apologize to the world. Are you familiar with Disney adults?
The people who go to Disney as adults?
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, look.
But no, they don't just go.
It's their life?
It's like a lifestyle.
Yeah, I had a friend who wanted to like have their wedding there.
Yeah.
And that is worrisome to me.
Yeah, Rebel Wilson just got engaged at Disney World or Disneyland. I don't know.
Bit of a general red flag, I'd say. Maybe a check-in needs to happen.
But while Rebel Wilson was getting engaged, she was sucking on Minnie's titties. So this guy...
Cake will be served with breast milk.
I know. Cinderella. So this guy just broke the Guinness Book of World Records. And I'm looking at this guy and I'm like, of course he did. So... The COVID-19 pandemic put an end to this man's 2,995-day streak of visiting Disneyland in California daily.
Wow.
In 2011, a long and difficult bout of unemployment made him finding entertainment for free a necessity, but it was also nearly impossible. However, that Christmas, I was gifted an annual pass to Disneyland, which gave me free entry for the year. I thought, why not make the most of it and try to visit every single day for an entire year?
I'm not looking for a job.
Yeah, I'm unemployed and completely sane. He also had a great love for Disney. So he's also collected 3,000 Disney-themed badges along the way. Humble brag. So each day throughout 2012, he visited the park. In fact, before COVID, Disney California had only 2 full-day unscheduled closures since opening back in 1955.
Wow.
So apparently the world of Disney became this guy's sanctuary, is a place where he made friendships with people from all over the world. Sure. You know, when those staff members saw him, they're like, God damn it, he's back again. His favorite place was Star Wars Galaxy Edge, which opened up in 2019.
Oh, dear.
So this guy, during the first 200 days, he would post about his visits on social media. I now treat my Instagram like a personal Disney photo album. On day 60, he met a reporter and went to a red carpet. So he started getting like famous for going
Sounds like
every
he's recognized
year.
by other guests.
And he hasn't been back since 2020, which surprises people. The pass system has changed since COVID-19, and they're still pissed about this.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Because,
what's different?
Well, they have to like let people in on certain days because they just don't want to like fill the park with people because, you know, everyone gets sick.
Because nobody's washing their
And they
hands.
raise the prices now, which is a lot more than what it used to be.
Prices are going up everywhere.
Huh?
Prices are going up everywhere.
Yeah, it's inflation.
Yeah. There you have it.
So this guy kept himself busy after work. He started hiking and completed 24 scuba dives. Disney was a huge part of my life, but now I enjoy trying new outdoor experiences. A lot of people thought he was crazy for the amount of trips he did, but the annual pass made it possible and cheap, and I'll also be thankful for that. What is this headline again? Like, can I read? He did break the record. So, yeah, he went to Disneyland every day for 8 years. 8 years.
It's too long. He could have gotten a job there. That would have been smart.
Good call. He could have gotten a job there, but
he would have been an expert. He could have just been a tour guide and been like, actually, I know a shortcut through this little path in the grass.
But you do the whole. Have you been to Disneyland?
I've been, yes, as a child. My dad lives in Orlando. So I have been to Disney. I've been to the one out here once around the first time I moved with Mo Welch. We just thought, let's go and try it. Look, I don't want to be a downer, but it's not great. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's...
Disneyland is like...
You're not going to be wowed. I mean, I'm not fooled.
Disney World is so huge. I've never been to Disney World, ever.
So Disneyland is out here, right?
Disneyland's here, yes.
Disney World is in Florida. I've been to both.
See, I want to do that like Epcot one where you like drink in every part of the country. Like I think that would be fun. I want to do that, and then you go to like Magic or like the what is it the Safari
Kingdom.
one, Magic Kingdom.
Oh yeah,
Hollywood Studios,
Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, Animal Kingdom.
I've done that.
Avatar, like it has all that. Disneyland California, it's just like here's cars and
right. Yes, and Mickey and Minnie and some princesses.
Yeah,
and Harry Potter World, right?
Yeah.
I do want to go.
No, that's Universal.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, see, Universal's better.
You think? Ooh, that's a big debate. That's
I truly had screamed some trauma out of my body at Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh yeah, as you should.
I left with mascara running down my face, mascara marks.
Because a bear with a chainsaw was chasing you?
Cocaine bear.
Just the man bear.
Yes.
Just a gay, heavy man with a chainsaw.
God. I think Seth Morris told me a really funny story. Him and Ed Helms had gone to Halloween Horror Nights. And you know how the the clowns with chainsaws come up to you, and I guess one of them like turned and went like this, and he goes, "Oh, Ed Helms, huge fan."
That's amazing.
just getting ready to scare somebody and being like, oh, that helps.
I'm always amazed at like how close they can get to you because some of them will like.
I know. Sometimes they go, "Are you
swing at
allowed?"
and it's like right here, and I'm like,
they touch you, right?
They can't touch you. They're not supposed to.
Oh, they got so close.
They can get really, really close.
And they chase you. That's why it feels like they touch you.
Yeah.
It's because if you run or move, they chase you.
What's scarier?
I was clinging to my friend Alex. I was like, if I let go, I will die.
Yeah. Yeah. They do get into you. Like they go after you for sure. But here's I'm asking you, what's scarier? A theater minor with a plastic axe chasing you or two coyotes nipping at your ankles? Will you shit or barf?
Nipping at your toes. The coyotes is scarier.
I know. When it's like an actual animal.
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, back up, theater minor. Move.
Give me your best monologue.
But speaking of things that are scary, this is terrifying to me. There was a story that just came out of a man, I think it was like either today or yesterday, and he tried to open the emergency exit door on his plane.
No.
Yeah.
I've thought about not doing that.
Okay. Forewarning, she was
No,
not.
I have not thought about doing that, but it's like you see it and you go, somebody could.
Yeah. And they try, and people are batshit crazy, and especially
That's
like.
so upsetting.
And he stood up, and then I guess he had like a, it was like a spoon or something, but it was like.
Sharpened?
It wasn't sharpened. It was like cut in half or something. And he like tried to like stab people and they all tackled him. And I'm like, God, there's nothing more terrifying.
That's so upsetting.
People acting up on planes. But when it comes to celebrities, we're even more intrigued because Matthew McConaughey and his wife Camilla went on a flight and experienced severe turbulence. And that's scary to me. I've not experienced severe turbulence.
I've had a pretty rough one.
Have you?
Mm-hmm. Right? We had to emergency land.
You
in Philly.
did? Yeah, I would call that emergency severe turbulence.
I was like sitting there like.
This is it?
Yeah. Yeah. I've been flying since I was 6. I wonder how many miles I have.
Oh, God. Did you get anything from it? Like, did they hook you up with miles?
Herpes?
Did you get herpes from your battle with...
I got fucked by Delta. And all I got was this herpes. No, I didn't get anything. In fact, I got inconvenienced. I had to I was riding on Crashing at the time, and I had just done a road gig. So they instead of landing in New York where I needed to be, landed in Philly, I guess it was. And then had to rent a car a one way, and it was like $200.
Oof.
I remember going to pick up my boyfriend, and I finally got back into the city, and we needed to go back to our apartment so I could wake up in the morning and work. He was drunk, and I turned right on red, which I didn't know you can't do in New York City. So
you can't turn right on red in New York?
So then we got pulled over. I'm exhausted because we had to emergency land. I had to drive from Philly after work in the morning, and the guy makes me get out and do all the tests for being drunk. But really, my boyfriend was drunk in the front, and he was being,
drunk.
Pretty, yeah.
Like drunk men do.
Yeah. And talk, I was going to say white man drunk, but yeah,
You could be white man drunk.
Talking to the cop and being like, Jesus, you're not driving. I'm like, just.
Shut up.
I said, I'll blow whatever not you. I'll prove I'm not drunk by blowing your penis. Let me blow into your penis. I'm not drunk. It'll be terrible, I promise.
You mean the test?
Yes. I was like, do whatever you have to do. I want to go home and sleep.
Yeah.
But I was being a little bitchy about it, but I was cooperating because I was just like, I'm so tired. Anyway, sorry. That was my turbulence.
God, well, also, you're like, I'm visiting. Leave me alone. I'm a person. Our laws are different.
Exactly. I was like, I'm in a rental car.
Oh, yeah. What do you want from me? So this happened after enduring severe turbulence aboard a Lufthansa flight that hospitalized 7 passengers. The Brazilian model, his wife Camilla, shared that the rescheduled plane ride would not be the relaxing journey they'd hoped for. Just my luck, said Camilla McConaughey. After last night, we just got on the rescheduled flight, and the pilot is saying we have 45 minutes of turbulence getting out of Washington. Just my luck. Wish me luck, everybody. The couple was originally heading for Frankfurt, Germany, when the incident occurred 37,000 feet above Tennessee. I'm telling you, it's Tennessee. Tennessee is the vortex of evil right now. They're banning drag shows, and they've got turbulence.
Yep.
So it prompted an emergency landing at Dulles International Airport in Virginia. Camilla documented the scary experience on Instagram, of course, because it's not real unless you do so. The plane dropped almost 4,000 feet. 7 people went to the hospital. Everything was flying everywhere. To respect the privacy of those around me, that's all I'm showing. But the plane was chaos, and the turbulence keep on coming. Oh, she's okay. She isn't really the best, like...
It was the turbulence talking.
Sentence structure, yeah. So, yeah, I love it. I love celebrities because it's like, she says, the Lufthansa, she tags them, flight you were seeing on the news today. Yes, that one. Thank God everyone was safe and okay. I must say everyone at Marriott Bonvoy by the airport of Washington where we had to divert and spend the night was so kind. At celebrities, it's like, I was on that plane. That was me.
I slept on a park bench.
Oh,
She's like, I don't know. I guess it's because I was with Matthew McConaughey that people were nice to us.
Right. But here's
She's like,
the
they
thing.
let us take the plane home.
Yeah, they let us off the plane first. After everyone
They pulled the plane up to Marriott Bonvoy and said, Bon voyage.
Do you think they complained that they had to stay at a Marriott Bonvoy? They're just like, what is this? This isn't what we wanted.
She's like, cute. Carpet.
But see, if I was on a flight with Matthew McConaughey, I'm profiling that flight. Like, I'm going to be like, we're okay. We're in good hands.
We can't die. Matthew McConaughey's on this flight. Yeah. Jinx.
4,000 feet. And I see those videos.
Yeah, I'm like, here's the thing, though. You know, up there, it feels like you're going so slow because, so high.
Yeah.
But is 4,000 feet a lot in the grand scheme of things?
Well, I'm picturing you're on this plane and then it's, and you're like, I mean, it's like.
That's why you want to have that seatbelt tightened over your lap.
Have you seen those videos?
I wear it real loose.
Oh, God.
I would have been flying to the
Oh, man. There's like several videos where people are just like, oh, God, this is it. And then you just see people just like, you see like the whole bar cart fly and shit. There was that plane in like India. Wasn't it India that like crashed? Like a couple months ago where they were like, all right, we're landing. And then you just see fire and you're like, oh, my God.
Oh, no.
Ugh, no thanks. But I feel like if Matthew McConaughey were on the flight, we'd be all right. I think so. Here's another hero that was honored finally after years of being neglected. The Kids' Choice Awards. I just thought this was cute.
Gun to my head, I'm saying that's Iron Giant.
What now? What did you say?
I said gun to my head. I'd have to guess that's Iron Giant.
No,
I know.
That's Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime, who is at Universal Studios, not Disneyland. He was honored finally with a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, which is a huge accomplishment. Pete Davidson introduced him.
Leader of the Autobots.
Yeah. Pete Davidson called him a giant in the industry.
Okay.
This has got to be one of Optimus Prime's proudest moments. Alongside that time, he helped California Governor Gavin Newsom declare the state fully reopened post-COVID lockdown. Why do people make fun of Californians? Because of this shit. So yeah, he was bestowed a Nickelodeon blimp, which is like their award, alongside Harry Styles, BTS, and Megan Thee Stallion. Optimus Prime accepted his award via pre-recorded statement. He's very busy because the Microsoft Theater does not have doors big enough to accommodate him. Well, that's fat shaming.
Oh, he's big.
He's like a diesel truck. He's like an 18-wheeler.
Okay.
He said, "Let this award seal the bond between humans, Maximals, and Autobots as we fight together to protect the planet."
Okay.
Ooh, I don't know why. I think I got turned on.
Yeah. Because Pete
Maximal.
Davidson was introducing him, or because Optimus Prime got the award?
I think just the word maximal.
What is a Maximal? Is that like one of those robot animals? Oh, they're doing promotion for their new movie. Okay, well, that was fun. Congratulations, Optimus Prime. So brave.
Call me.
But meanwhile, who's the not Optimus Prime, but the Decepticon leader? Megatron's pissed. He's going to be like, I want an award as well.
I mean, aren't they going to live forever?
Yeah.
A little early on the Lifetime Achievement.
Yeah, exactly. Relax. Are you caught up with this shit show?
Okay, here's the thing. I have watched this show a couple times.
Vanderpump Rules.
I know of it.
Okay.
But truly, it might have been 7 years ago or 5 years. I don't know. So I'm not up to date on that particular show. But when you say Tom Sandoval, it's like I do recognize that is him.
Did you say Sandoval?
Is that what it is?
Sandoval.
Okay, sure. But this says
Thomas Sandoval.
Wait, Sandoval?
Sandoval. You know, Tomas Sandoval.
Well, I think that just goes to show that I'm proud that I don't know how to properly say it.
Here's where I agree with you.
They opened a bar around the corner from UCB. Him and Sandoval.
Sandoval. Wait, where? What's it called?
Something in Sandy's.
Oh, yes, Schwartz and Sandy's.
Yeah, they opened that around from the UCB theater.
So Schwartz and Sandy's. Okay, here's where I'm agreeing with you.
I don't think they serve food, which is weird.
It was weird.
I haven't been.
Did it taste like adultery? Because here we go. A lot of people. Now, I'm with you on this, Beth. I could care less. I do not watch Vanderpump Rules. I have several friends of mine are actually like on the show. I've met some of them. Yes.
Okay.
But I don't care.
Yeah.
This is what everyone was talking about over the weekend. I was looking on social media. I was looking on Twitter. It was just nonstop. And I have broken some of it down. What happened was they are in the middle of filming this season of Vanderpump Rules.
Okay.
Tom Sandoval and Tom Schwartz are...
Some would say Sandoval, but...
Tom Sandoval and Tom Schwartz. They have a bar in West Hollywood as well called Tom Tom.
Okay.
Which Lisa Vanderpump has Pump right next door, and they've opened, whatever.
She pumped some money right into that.
So... what happened was, over the weekend, Tom, in the middle, was dating, what's her name?
Ariana?
Ariana, yes, Ariana. And over the weekend, it was found out that Tom was also hooking up with Raquel Leviss.
Okay.
And Tom and Ariana have been together for 9 years.
Wow.
They live together.
She looks like Brandy.
Brandy Glanville?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Do you think?
Okay. I can take that.
I can see it a little.
Yeah, but here's where it gets weird because everyone became a detective. How long was this going on? People were wondering about Andy. And they were like, oh.
Andy who?
Andy Cohen.
Oh.
They were like, what's going to happen? Are they going to get fired? No. And then it got really weird and dark.
Fired? I mean, they live for this. It's almost their job to cheat.
Well, you know what they're doing today? Picking up filming.
Yeah.
So he had a concert in Anaheim over the weekend.
Right, because he does music.
He does music.
Aww.
And
I don't know why I feel bad for him on that. Maybe it's okay. I don't know.
And they said this affair lasted for about 7 months. But then Andy went on a radio show and was like, actually, BravoCon was back in October, so this was a little longer. And they said there was been some views like looking at each other. They wore matching necklaces throughout the entire last season. And people were like, it was right in front of us the whole time. Apparently, I don't know. Don't come for me on this one. But this is what I've heard is that Raquel was a huge fan of the show before she got on it. And then she got on the show. All of the cast, they're pushing 40. They're like in their late 30s. Some of them are 40. She's like 28.
Okay.
So everyone's like, homewrecker.
Yeah. Classic.
Ariana kicked him out of the house right when she heard the news.
That's a good move.
Beat it.
Great boundary.
Everyone has rallied around Ariana. It did turn out that they were best friends, of course.
Who?
Ariana and Raquel.
You're kidding.
Yeah. And sometimes Raquel would stay at the house, and while she was asleep, Tom would go into the guest bedroom and hook up with her and then crawl back into bed.
That's disgusting.
With Ariana.
PSA for people who are doing that. It's like, well, they don't care. It's just that we're a cave and men are bats and they can fly in and out and we're just stuck with their feces and drool.
And breast milk.
Breast milk, waiting to see what grows in our cave. It's a terrible situation to be in.
Well, they even
You can't do that to a woman's flora.
unless they're on television.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's funny because they were the hashtag Scandival was trending. Everyone wants to know what's going to happen. Raquel has apparently taken legal action against some of her castmates because Ariana found an explicit video of Raquel that was sent to Tom. And we're going to say that it was probably like sexual.
And so she's saying, if you leak that, I'll sue you.
Yes.
Which is valid in the sense that like revenge porn is not okay, and it's a tough call, obviously, because she was cheated on, so she's angry about that.
So there, let's see. Raquel deleted her Instagram.
Wow.
Everyone's kind of like going off and rallying around Ariana. Tom, you mentioned Schwartz and Sandy's. People have been going on their Yelp page and giving them shitty ass reviews. And Tom Sandoval even said, hey, this isn't fair. I'm backing away from this because there's so many people, busboys, waiters, waitresses, bar staff that like depend on this job. Let's not just like boycott.
I mean, probably, yeah, maybe about 7, but still, they do deserve to work. It never looks busy. I've only walked by, so what do I know?
I don't even know. I thought this was like somewhere in like Newport or something. I didn't even know it was like down the street. I've never even been, and I don't care.
You'd think it would be hopping, but it didn't change the neighborhood at all.
Yeah, I don't think it did either. But so everyone's kind of weighing in. There's all these conspiracy theories. What was the timeline? A lot of people think that this is a listener actually DM'd me over the weekend and was like, here are my thoughts, and I'm not going to mention their name, but this was their theory. And I've thought this since day one. I don't care. These are my thoughts. It's my podcast. That Raquel, this was a bigger issue or a smaller issue for something even bigger. That Raquel, that there was some sort of weird agreement. He wants to be this rock star. There are beard allegations that Raquel and Ariana are like covering for him because there might be some sort of a gay scandal happening.
Okay, that Tom might be into men or just bisexual.
Look at him.
Bisexual or?
Sure.
Okay.
He could be bisexual. Who cares?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like,
I mean, look,
it is 2023.
I thought he was gay since like season 1. Have you heard him talk? Gay voice.
Okay.
Total gay voice. He looks like Gomez Adams.
But here's the thing. Great theory. I hope he is getting with men. That's great news. For women. That's great news for women. That he is not touching us anymore. But bad news for gay men.
Well, right. But I mean.
But also, if that's true, well, why would Ariana be upset?
Because
it doesn't mess with her bag.
If he is bisexual, then it's like, well, shit,
Then
like
she still has. It's not negating their relationship. He just is exploring men.
Yeah. Or he's just being weird and
secretive.
Well, I mean, and here's the thing: they're wearing matching jewelry. Also, Tom dressed up as Raquel for Halloween. Yeah. Like he went as her.
Okay.
In drag for Halloween.
This is confusing.
It's very weird.
Yeah.
So I think also some people are speculating that she might be pregnant. We don't know. The cameras are rolling. People are like, this reunion's going to be juicy. I honestly don't care because I was not shocked by this because I was like, oh my God, you mean to tell me that a bartender was like cheating on his girlfriend?
With everyone?
With everyone. So yeah, and everyone's doing like code and look, this Raquel was flipping off the paparazzi outside of her home and she was smoking a cigarette, and it's like people are like, what's going to happen? Are they going to come back to the show? I mean, this is just, good Bravo fluff.
Yeah.
But
is juicy for Bravo.
I am Team Ariana. Danny Pellegrino and Tom Sandoval collaborated on a cocktails book. And so people are like photoshopping him out and like just putting a pool there next to Ariana. Like it's so like people are losing their mind.
Wow.
We have a couple more stories And this one, Florida is just having a moment right now. And I think we need to do more of the Lord's work. And I think this woman is just that woman. This video kind of went viral. A woman in Boca Raton wants Friday, March 10th, which is coming up, to be Sugar Daddy and Mama Appreciation Day. And I'm kind of here for it. And I kind of want to play a little bit of the video, but first I want to read some of the stories. So this woman, I'm trying to remember her.
I love it. It's a woman identifying herself.
She identifies herself as Ashley Cream, which is, I think her given name.
Hello, I'm Beth Cream.
I'm Beth Cream. This is
Sugar
Mother
mommy
Cream.
of your dreams.
Mother Cream. I shall be sucking off her teat at our wedding. So she showed up at a meeting.
Let me breastfeed your son.
Oh, God. Well, you're going to see in a minute that she could possibly do that. She went to this zoning board and she just wait. She wanted to bring up the need for a holiday to celebrate the people that help pay for things for them. Sugar daddies, both gay and straight, and yes, even sugar mommies are responsible for college educations, cars, homes, rents, jets, Birkins, and the occasional body enhancement. She also brought along an elderly gentleman. It's all in this video right here. This is her pleading her case for National Sugar Baby Mommy Daddy Day.
Not Mother's Day.
State your name and address for the record.
Oh, God. Why would...
How does this work?
He's in his wheelchair helping her?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's getting up he has a cane to help him walk. Okay. She touches the mic.
Please state your name and address for the record.
Hi, my name is Ashley Cream.
You have 5 minutes.
I just want to say good evening, everybody. Everybody's looking absolutely fabulous. A little bit serious, but I am here as a concerned citizen and voter.
She's really close to the mic.
You guys might not be aware, but Florida has the largest per capita population of sugar daddies in the U.S. Miami, Palm Beach, and Boca lies the most concentrated populace of these aged benefactors.
Okay, we hit there. Yeah, this could just go on. I know. I'm like about to bash my head.
I feel like this was the moment she realized that like entertainers actually are talented.
Oh yeah, she was like maybe.
Okay, that's harder than I thought.
Maybe this isn't for everybody. Hi everyone, but this is what's funny about this video. The deadpan response from the board chair's response of that's a city council issue. So she goes over this whole speech and is like, I'm going to make this declaration. This is what we need to bring to the table. And the guy's like, you're in the wrong room. So she did her entire speech in front of the wrong meeting.
I mean, she needed that warm up, honestly. That was terrible.
It's so hard to know whether this is a serious request or a joke. She's not kidding about the high concentration of sugar daddies in that area. Maybe making Friday a sugar daddy holiday isn't such a bad idea. Today, or actually yesterday, the 6th of March was National Oreo Cookie Day.
Okay.
Today, had no idea, was National Cereal Day.
I love cereal.
What's your favorite cereal?
It's such a tough call.
Ooh. I know. Quick, go with your instincts.
So many went through my head. O's by Quaker.
Like the honey cluster O's?
They're like little O's and they have a cluster in the center. I like honeycomb. I like Pops. I like Kicks. I like Honey Nut Cheerios.
You like Kicks?
I like Fruity Pebbles. I like Cocoa Pebbles.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
Lucky Charms is up there.
You're like, I just love Special K. You know?
Yuck.
What's that one that was like, it's like gravel?
Oh, Grape Nuts? Oh. Trust, I have some of those in my cupboard right now.
Grape Nuts.
I put Grape Nuts just as recently as yesterday morning on my yogurt, vanilla yogurt. I go
Oh, they like break your teeth.
I love
See,
them.
my favorite cereal is hands down Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh, I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
That's
I can't
my
believe I
jam.
didn't even say that.
So,
I love it.
this is the argument they're giving. They say if we can celebrate cookies and cereal, there's no reason we can't celebrate old people in Miami spending their kids' inheritance on breast enhancements for the needy.
I honestly, she went too far there.
Yeah. What? What's too far?
They're pretty big on the titty front. Pretty big.
I'm always fascinated.
It was like she had 2 kickballs. If you haven't seen the video.
mean, those are I think bigger than kickballs.
I'm being trolled right now. This necklace is something my ex got me.
Really?
Yeah. And speaking of scandal,
What?
I had my own.
What?
No, I mean, I just broke
That the ex gave you that necklace with your name on it, or was it his name on it?
It was mine.
Oh. So he gave you a necklace with your name on it?
It had my initials on it.
Okay.
Yeah, and a little message.
What was the message?
I can't tell because it doesn't matter anymore.
You're my sugar mama. I love you so much.
It said sugar mommy.
Sugar mommy.
Up.
Well, we have one more story.
Okay.
This one is breaking.
Oh, good.
There has been a lot of weird couples lately in Hollywood. And I'm sure they're probably going to be mentioned in this article. Avril Lavigne is now dating rapper Tyga. And it was rumored, I guess, but they were seen making out in Paris. And of course, the source for People says it's very new, it's very casual. They were seen kissing during Paris Fashion Week, and they're going public.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was outside of the Mugler Hunter Schafer party at Paris Fashion Week. They're getting to know each other. It's very new. I don't know if you know this, like it's becoming so incestual, this dating pool.
Really?
Yeah, because Tyga used to date Kylie Jenner. Avril dated Brody Jenner. Brody Jenner is Kylie's stepbrother.
Yikes.
And Avril Lavigne sounds like Adam Levine. So if Avril gets married to Tyga, that means she's going to be Kylie's baby's stepmother.
Weird.
Doesn't your brain hurt?
Yeah.
And it's weird that I have to know all this. That I sometimes I'll just sleep and put together a family tree. I'm like, oh.
Map it on your ceiling.
Oh, yeah. So that means. Yeah, it's just too much.
Camilla McConaughey.
Is there more to this article? Like if you go scroll down. I mean, she used to be married to...
That shot of him is different. Who does she look like right there? Not her.
She looks like Amy Adams there.
Okay. There was somebody else I was thinking of right when I saw her face.
But she used to be married to the lead singer of Nickelback.
No.
Do you remember her? Like Chad Kroeger? Avril Lavigne was married to the lead singer of Nickelback.
Okay, wow.
I definitely say this is an upgrade from that.
This is a shift. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
I'll tell you what it is. It's a publicity stunt. I think it is. I think they could be having some fun together. But
Could you scroll up once more so I can see her face?
Do you remember when everyone
Is it Christina Aguilera she's serving?
Well, do you remember the old urban legend?
That they're the same person?
That Avril Lavigne died.
Oh.
And she was replaced by, can we look that up real quick? It's everywhere. It'll pop up. There was a whole thing that Avril Lavigne was replaced. There was a conspiracy theory that she died and was replaced by a clone named Melissa. If there was ever a clone name, it's Melissa. Wait, Melissa Villaseñor, is that really her? Was she on was she on the show even?
Oh my.
So this was the speculation that she died back in 2003. The internet went off, said she was cloned. And that this woman named Melissa has been playing.
Melissa, only one name. Like
Just
Cher.
Yeah. The real Lavigne was said to have died. The record company replaced her with Melissa.
Yeah, because she was making them so much money. They're like, we got to get a clone.
Well, this is what happened. They said that Avril Lavigne on the red carpet wore trousers and neckties, but Melissa prefers dresses and skirts.
And my tits used to be up here.
Yeah.
And now they're down here.
Right, exactly. Melissa,
I'm a clone as well.
there's different facial features. And theorists also believe Melissa has left clues in songs such as Slipped Away, in which she sings, "The day you slipped away was the day I found it won't be the same."
Because I'm a clone and my name's Melissa.
So Levine's not the first celebrity to be subject to a completely cloning conspiracy theory.
There was even a publicity shot in which Avril had Melissa written on her hand. Spooky, it says.
Ooh.
Maybe she just needed to pick Melissa up.
Yeah. That was her
Remember
reminder.
to pick up Melissa.
Yeah, she's old school. She writes notes on her hand. Yeah. They're like, oh, she's dead. That's the dead girl on her hand. No, Avril's the dead girl on her hand.
Remember, your name's Melissa.
Melissa.
Your name is Melissa.
Your name is Melissa. Paul McCartney's been linked to being dead. Taylor Swift has. Oh, that is, please. What in the Jenny Jones, That's a Man, Drag 94?
What is this?
No, that's not Taylor Swift at all. Beyonce's been thought to have been dead and been replaced.
Her conspiracy, I thought, was like the pregnancy thing. Like that her belly wasn't real.
I still think that was fake. Do you remember that?
Mean? Like that it wasn't a fake. That it was a
fake baby on Australian TV? Uh-huh. Is that what you're talking about?
Remember
when she sat down and her stomach collapsed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think that was?
I think it was fake.
Like she had a surrogate?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think she had a pillow and just like sat down and it was like...
Okay.
And yeah, everyone, I'm glad you said that because I thought I was crazy. Because I feel like when a guy says it, they're like, leave her alone. She's a woman and a mother.
Yeah.
I'm like,
interesting.
I may not know.
Obviously, her kid is her kid. It looks exactly like them, but maybe a surrogate.
I think she just was just like, I'm very happy to be here.
We need to look
Like,
at that video later.
Yeah, no. But all right. Well, that concludes this week's episode of Just
That's
Saying.
the news.
That's the news for today. Beth, where can everyone find you and follow you? You have anything coming up? Like,
Oh my gosh.
Use it.
Follow me at Beth Stelling. You can see my tour dates at bethstelling.com. I'm headed to South by Southwest this weekend. I'll be in Birmingham, Alabama coming up.
Good.
And I don't know what else. I can't think past that.
Well, just go to her website. And
Sacramento at the Punchline.
Oh, that's a fun club.
420 weekend.
Ooh.
You want to? I'll be there.
If you want to do drugs with Beth.
Well, this was a little weed, but I barely do it.
Good.
So.
And again, I will be at the Bell House on March 22nd. My special Gay Bash premieres on OUTTV March 20th. It'll also be available for Moment House March 17th through the 19th, I believe.
So excited.
And I'll be on the Sherry Shepherd Show March 13th. I'm taping it then. I think it'll come out the 14th or whatever. But yeah, tune in wherever you get that. And as always, we'll see you next time on Just Saying with Justin Martindale.
Bye.